Good morning, students. Today, we are going to learn about point of view. Yesterday, you did vocabulary, and you took some notes about, or did some activities around point of view and perspective and how that affects the story. So today, you're going to do a foldable on how the important aspects of point of view and the things I can remember to help me correctly identify point of view. So I'm standing up today because I want to address the chart you see here. We have this on our board, so it should be always here for your reference to look at. But remember, there's three different types of point of view: first, second, and third. First person is always told by a character in the story, and we have keywords up here like I, me, and my. Second person, the narrator will address the reader, and we have keywords like you, yours, and your. And third person is told by a narrator not in the story, and keywords are he, she, and they. So we are going to create a foldable today that is going to help you remember all of those steps. So you will have needed to grab these two handouts that you find here, okay, on the counter. You will also need colors, you will also need glue, and you will also need some scissors, okay? Very important that you follow all these directions carefully. First, let's start with this handout here, okay? So this is our point of view finder. This is a camera because point of view all has to do with perspective, who's taking the picture, who's telling the story. And so the camera helps us remember that I'm looking for those keywords that show perspective. So we are going to first color your camera. This is a requirement, so color them. I'd like each one of these to be of a different color, please. And I'd like for you to color the camera as well. Okay, so but key here, do not use markers. You need to use color pencils or colors so that it doesn't, you can still see the words below. So color first. Then once you've colored, you are going to cut out, this piece here is important, point of view finder, along with the camera, leaving all sides intact. So let me show you what it looks like when you're done cutting it out. It should look like this, that I have all of my sides are intact on my camera, and I also have my little keyword up here, point of view finder, okay? So once you've colored and cut, we are now going to glue this into our notebook. So start with the heading, glue that first on top, that's called point of view finder, and then, and yours should be flat. We're gonna get into the folding here in just a minute. You are going to place glue on the back side here of the camera. And you're gonna glue this on the next clean page. That's the only spot that has glue, is only on the back side of the camera. So on my next clean page, I'm gonna go ahead and glue that camera down, and then you're gonna be able to see, okay, all my definitions of the different types of point of view are listed here. First person, narrator is using their spoken voice. I went to the store to purchase some new shoes. That's an example. Second person, narrator gives directions or tells someone what to do. When you arrive at the driveway, take a right. You should see the mailbox with balloons. So this is informing you of something. This is very uncommon in the text that we'll read in class. So second person is normally directions, recipes, or poetry is also written in second person. Third person limited means the narrator knows the thoughts of only one, limit, one character. The narrator tells those thoughts. Third person omniscient, narrator knows the thoughts of every character, and the narrator tells those thoughts. Okay, so once I've glued it down, it should look like this because I've only glued the back. I would like for you then to fold each of your sides in so that I have a nice clean area, and I'm going to number the back side of each card to correspond with that point of view. So 2 is because that's second person, 1 is because that's first person, 3 and 3. There's 2 3s, okay? So next you have this handout here that you are going to do the exact same thing again. Color. Make these different colors, please, these 3 different ones, because it's all about the pronouns, baby, when we talk about point of view. It's going to be, that is how I'm going to find out what point of view I'm in. I'm going to find those pronouns, and this is probably one of your most important handouts when we look at point of view, when you're identifying it. So you're going to cut them all out into the little pieces, as I had stated, and the camera, and color them. So color them all, cut them all. When you're done, you should have all these different pieces. Next, you are going to glue them all flat on your notebook, okay? So this is just a pretty easy task here. Glue them flat. Start with first person in the upper left Start with first, and you may want to watch this all the way through to make sure you've done it correctly. Then second, and I always want to put that camera on there because again, the camera is helping to remind me that it's all about perspective and what I see, who's looking through the camera, who's taking the camera, who's telling the story. That's what point of view is. And so it's your view, not your viewpoint of the story, which some confuse that with. It's not your opinion of the story. It's who is telling the story is point of view. Okay, so we are going to, once you've done it, it looks just like this. I'd like for you to go back and highlight or emphasize these pronouns. Because when we analyze point of view tomorrow, you get these handouts and you're going to be able to refer right back to it. What are my pronouns I should be looking for? Which one tell me which point of view I'm in? So when you've done it successfully, these should be glued in, and I can't wait for us to analyze more point of view tomorrow.